At the beginning of the year, President Bola Tinubu promised to fight corruption in 2024. To achieve this, the president, in October 2023, replaced the chairman of the EFCC. We'll now take a look at the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's one-year progress under the leadership of its Executive Chairman, Ola Olukoyede. Bernard Akede reports.
October 31st, 2024, the EFCC held a media conference to commemorate Ola Olukoyede's 1 year in office as chairman of the commission. Speaking through the Director of Public Affairs, Wilson Uwujaren, the EFCC highlighted its action-packed and result-loaded year, which it says reinforces its commitment to tackling economic and financial crimes.
The essence of the mandate is to move Nigeria forward. And I made known my 3 policy objectives. Number 1, to use the instrumentality of this work to stimulate the economy, which is what is done anywhere anti-corruption works anywhere in the world. We can't be fighting corruption and your economy is not diving.
In his 1 year as EFCC chairman, beginning from October 18, 2023 to October 18, 2024, the commission has charged 4 former governors to court for alleged corruption. Among the notable prosecutions are Yaya Bello, former governor of Kogi State, facing charges totaling over 190 billion naira, including money laundering and criminal breach of trust. Darius Ishaku, former governor of Taraba State, charged alongside Bello Yero for misappropriation of 27 billion naira. Abdulateef Ahmed, former governor of Kwara State, accused of laundering 10 billion naira alongside a former commissioner of finance. Willie Obiano, former governor of Anambra State, arranged for the alleged mismanagement of 4 billion naira. And most recently, former Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, who was arrested and is being investigated for the alleged diversion of 1.3 trillion naira in state funds. These high-profile arrests have fueled the EFCC's claim of progress. However, critics argue that focusing on former governors, particularly Yaya Bello, does little to address the deep-rooted corruption that persists across Nigeria.
I do not consider the Yaya Bello case with the EFCC a triumph for the EFCC in their fight against corruption. The EFCC, in the case against Yaya Bello, came across as a personal fight, like a vendetta, almost like a persecution. There was an unnecessary obsession with detaining him. There was an unnecessary obsession showing that they can get him in. I think that is silly. The EFCC of the future, I believe, should be more, and I've said this elsewhere, it should be more forensic and less Rambo. The EFCC is called economic and financial crime. Economic and financial crime are not done with guns. They're done with pens and computers. So why do you have to investigate it or arrest it with guns and locking up people?
A 2023 report by the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics revealed that Nigerians paid 721 billion naira in cash bribes to public officials. Corruption in public institutions, many say, is just as critical as prosecuting former leaders. Furthermore, Transparency International's 2023 Corruption Perception Index ranked Nigeria as the 145th least corrupt nation out of 180 countries, far behind nations like Denmark, the least corrupt, while Somalia remains the most corrupt.
The reason why corruption continues to thrive is that we're treating just a part of corruption. We're treating the moral criminal side of corruption. A broader view at corruption, I've written and delivered the paper elsewhere called The Anatomy of Corruption. If you want to look at corruption very well, you have to look at the sociological, economical side and managerial side, the administration that lets corruption thrive.
Politically exposed persons should not go anywhere near our judiciary. Politically exposed persons should not go anywhere near EFCC. The reason why you see some of these things happening today, where EFCC wants to carry out an operation and Yaya Bello already has a hint before the operation happens, is because go and look at the recruitment process for EFCC in the last 10 years. It's politicians, senators, House of Reps, they bring their children, their cousin, they bring a list.
In the words of François Valérian, chair of Transparency International, corruption will continue to thrive until justice systems can punish wrongdoing and keep governments in check. Leaders must fully invest in and guarantee the independence of institutions that uphold the law and tackle corruption. It is time to end impunity for corruption. As the EFCC moves forward into 2025, the hope remains for a corruption-free Nigeria, one where justice is fair, institutions are independent, and impunity is a thing of the past. In Lagos for News Central, I'm Bernard Akede.